Warning: this video was created for the love of riding dual sport motorcycles. The actions and opinions of the riders featured in this video are strictly their own, and not by any means reflective of the overall dual sport community. Be aware of your riding abilities before attempting a ride of this degree.
Oh, it's just a dream. Thursday!
Here we are again. It's time for another epic adventure. Mike finally got out of bed to come pick me up. And there's Brian with the camera. You don't want to do anything stupid when he's around. That guy doesn't miss a thing. Well, the bikes are all loaded up. Let's get these girls to Bishop. Yeehaw!
After a scenic 6-hour drive from our hometown of Santa Barbara, we finally arrived in beautiful Bishop, California. After we unloaded, David said he had something to take care of. That sounded a little suspect to me.
Hey, sweetheart. I'm here. Oh my gosh, you are so sexy. And your knobbies look amazing. We don't have much time, but we do have enough for a quick ride.
David met us for dinner and told us about his rendezvous with that little hussy. I mean husky. I hope his Honda doesn't find out.
Cheers. Cheers to an epic weekend.
Before you leave on a ride like this, you should make sure you have all your basic bike maintenance done, like your oil, chain, throw a new spark plug in, and make sure that your tires are in good shape and have the proper pressure. That's what I love about my dual sport bike. I just ride it from the hotel to the trail.
This ride was hosted by the Ventura County Motorcycle Club, an awesome group of people who really know how to put on a top-notch ride. And here's Ben. Along with everyone else from the club, he was there to help us get signed in and choose a route for the day. Here's one of our riding buddies, Manny, getting the information he needs to start the ride. Dave grabbed the roll charts. Then we met up with Eric and John, our riding buddies from Santa Barbara. On the way back to the bikes, we ran into our friend, Jim Nicholson from the Big Bear Trail Riders. I stopped by the Thousand Oaks Power Sports tent to say hello, and that's where I met Courtney. I had a chance to talk with her after the ride. We'll hear from her soon. Before the guys hit the trail, they had to do a sound test. Then they had to check out so the club would know where they were going and who they're with. Being the film team, we had to do one last inspection of our cameras to make sure the lenses were clean and they were pointing in the right direction. And finally, it was that time.
Let's ride!
As we make our way out of the valley, Eric and I throttle up ahead. We were having a great time weaving around the trees. That's until one of the trees reached out and grabbed me.
All right, Dave?
Yeah, I'm fine. I don't know what I hit.
Unfortunately, my camera took the brunt of the impact and didn't capture all the crash. Let's take a look at that again in slow motion.
As I caught up with the rest of the guys, I was totally unaware that Dave had gone down.
What's up?
No, nasty. I don't know what he did.
Oh,
My bike was flooded, so I used the hill to bump start it. All the while, Manny filled Mike in on what he saw of the crash.
You went off pretty good, Mike.
really?
Yeah, you went.
Really?
Yeah, that 650 was flying like that.
Oh, no.
No, it wasn't just like that. It went.
Back at the fairgrounds, I ran into Courtney and her friends from Thousand Oaks Power Sports right before they left for their ride. After the event, I had a chance to speak with Courtney back in Thousand Oaks at their shop and learn more about her experience with the ride.
The first day we did Black Canyon. That trail was amazing. It was so much fun. There were parts of it that were really kind of roller coastery, where you're kind of going up and down and weaving through trees and things like that. And then there was a part you go through this canyon where it's just like rock cliffs all the way up, and you can't really see above those cliffs. And then you're in this wash. It's like gravelly and sandy, and there's rocks here and there. And there's a couple step ups and waterfalls you have to go up, and then you get up into these hills, and it's just trees and snow, and the trail's like this wide, and you're just cruising along this hillside, and you can stop and look out across the entire valley and see Bishop down there. It's breathtaking, really.
After I got my bike started, we were back on the trail again, which led us to the highway, where we decided we would get some gas in the tiny town of Benton. All right, now that we have full tanks, it's time to get back on the dirt.
As we started up the hill, I saw Manny was coming to a stop. That's where he informed me that he had had enough of these rocks and was heading back to the fairgrounds.
I'm gonna go back. John and I were sitting there watching Mike a couple times, and I just said, you know, I think I'm heading home.
Heavy beast.
Stopping for Manny caused me to lose momentum, which made it very difficult to get going again.
Sometimes weight is going to be a big factor. Like I wouldn't take this heavy toad up on any of that single track.
As we were waiting at the top of the hill, another rider rode up and told us that Mike was okay. After a while, Mike decided to get his ass off the ground and join us.
Back at the fairgrounds, I saw Manny ride up by himself. That's when he told me that he had had enough and that the guys were still on the trail. At that point, we went to speak with VCMC President Adam, along with Kyle at the check-in booth to see what might be a better route for the next day.
You do Black Canyon, Coyote.
No snow there? Is there snow there?
Black Canyon, you'll see a little bit of snow tomorrow. You won't see any.
Because there was some snow in the one I just went on right now. It was rocky and snowy.
Yeah. We're working on it. We
Oh,
tried
that's
to
good.
get all the rocks out.
After the ride, I was anxious to get back to the hotel so I could change out my newly configured bars to some that weren't so bent.
At the end of the day, we ended up at the fairgrounds in Eric's toy hauler, knocking back some cold ones and reminiscing about the ride.
It's day 2 of the Bishop ride, and I'm so excited I couldn't even sleep last night.
Let's ride!
It was one last look at the instructions before we hit the road.
As the guys were headed across the desert to Black Canyon, Malcolm from the Ventura County Motorcycle Club was riding the Woodcutter Trail. Let's see what that was like.
The biggest reason I would say to come back to the Bishop dual sport is just the sheer fun factor. With Bishop having so many choices where you get to go, you can ride with whoever you want and you can go whenever you want. You know, I've met and made a lot of friends in the past couple years that I've gone, and I think that's really the best part. A lot of these guys have been riding for a long time. They're either desert racers or riders and been doing it their whole lives, and they're smart. You can learn a lot from them and why they do things the way they do. So a lot of the rides are long miles. If you're not used to riding, 70, 80, 100, 200 miles in a day, well then you should probably start doing that before you go, because it's a whole other ballgame. You don't realize how much it takes out of you to be on a bike all day long.
Let's ride!
Oh, shit.
Hey, can't you see the sign, no sleeping? You alright?
You're in snow, you have a little trail, it's probably
tire width, that little section there. It's like, okay, it's pretty fun.
I was playing around like I was a slalom skier with the trees, and I missed a gate. Boy, it just took my bar and high-sided, and that one hurt.
You're trying to swing dance with the tree back there.
Then the water on the trail, that was kind of a surprise to me, thinking that there was a stream going to be running down the trail.
Then we came up on that mine.
That mine was something like, I just instantly thought, I need to go in there. But I had my camera and I was filming on the way in, and then it got pitch dark, and then the only thing I thought, well, flash.
There's a grizzly coming out of his cave.
If you want to do it right, get a buddy that has about as much experience as you do, and with the same type of bike or whatever, and just start riding some of these events. And you'll find what works and what doesn't, and the tools to take along, and start out in the dirt, because dirt is a little more forgiving when you go down. Trust me, I go down.
People ask us how we get such amazing footage while riding. 2 words: no fear.
On behalf of BCMC, I want to thank all of you for coming out. I want to thank all my club members. Thank you very much.
202, Don Gross.
The trailer we made today in the last 4 hours out of all the footage we got like 8 hours of footage, and it's pretty awesome and badass.
After the banquet, it was time to hit the local watering hole for some Bishop nightlife. On Sunday morning, the guys worked the check-in booth with Tom from the VCMC, while 40 miles to the north, Malcolm and Mike made the climb to Mammoth.
I love Bishop because of the location. I've always been an outdoorsy person, and it's right there, right below the White Mountains, right below the Sierras, and it's just mountain town. There's the Owens River, and you can go fishing, and I love to fish, and you can go hiking, and then there's the trails, and the trails are amazing with the trees and the snow, and you're not far from Mammoth, and I love to snowboard, and it's right there. There's so much near Bishop that you can branch out from and go to there. Death Valley's not very far, and there's so much history there that is very intriguing. That's why I like it.
One of the many great things about Bishop is its close proximity to Mammoth Mountain. After we finished up at the fairgrounds, we took a ride to Mammoth to play in the snow. This video was created by your friends at dualsportvideos.com. David Simpson, a lifelong rider who has been filming his rides for years. If you'd like to document your next ride, email him at dualsportdavid@gmail.com. Brian Peddicord. I've got a passion for making videos, and if you would like creative assistance on a project, you can contact me at brianpeddicord@gmail.com. And Mike Peddicord. My dad has been around motorcycles all his life, and this year he's been recruited as one of our cameramen. Starring Eric Reinschild, John Dome, Manny Angulo, Courtney Sullivan, Malcolm Walker, Mike Karakny, and Ricky Ridgway. An extra special thank you goes out to the following individuals and businesses who helped make this video possible. The Ventura County Motorcycle Club for putting on an awesome ride and for having faith in us to create this video. To learn more about the club, go to venturacountymc.com. The Bishop Area Chamber of Commerce and Visitors Bureau for their hospitality and being so welcoming to the riding community. For more information about Bishop, visit their website at bishopvisitor.com or call 760-873-8405. The 395 Store, your home for official 395 souvenirs. Go visit Joe and Karen at Alpine Signs on Main Street in Bishop or order online at 395store.com. The Eastern Sierra Tri-County Fairgrounds and RV Park, proudly serving Inyo, Mono, and Alpine counties since 1953. For reservations, call 760-873-3588 or visit tricountyfair.com. Community Printing, the Eastern Sierra's leader in copying, printing, and digital printing. Give them a call at 760-873-3049 for all your printing needs. Mammoth Motorcycle Club. Visit mammothmc.com for GPS downloads, mapping information, ride reports, news on forest closures, local information, or to join up and donate to the cause. District 37 President Keith Huff for his support of our videos since day one. For more information on the American Motorcycle Association and District 37, visit district37ama.org. Ironman Dual Sport. Dual Sport motorcycle tours, events, and riders club in Northern California and Nevada. For more information, visit ironmandualsport.com. Honda of Santa Barbara, celebrating 50 years in business. Go visit Honda Al at 408 Chapala Street or call them at 805-965-4814 for all your Honda needs. Sport Cycle Pacific, your European motorcycle connection in Santa Barbara. Go visit Dave for all your service and accessory needs at 627 North South Sepueta Street or call him at 805-966-6508. TrailTech. Go to trailtech.net to find world-class quality and affordable motorcycle and ATV equipment. Jeff and Kelly will get you dialed in. Without the following sponsors, this ride would not have been possible. Thank you for your support.
Actual dual sport event is a non-racing event. You need to obey all of the laws of the state in which you ride, meaning speed and things like that on the roads. But we travel off-road at given points on different trails, and on these trails you are expected to follow a certain set of guidelines, riding, where you have riding etiquette, where riders, just like on a highway, the faster riders ride to the left and slower riders ride on the trail to the right and move over when another rider comes by, because it's a non-competitive event, but some people like to go a little faster than others. And the bikes all need to be street legal and have a plate for whichever state that you ride in. And we normally, most all of the clubs run on trails that are approved through the associations, either the BLM, the Forest Service, or whatever state or county that you're in. So it's a non-competitive event that you can ride at anybody's pace, and you know, a father and son, father and daughter can ride and still have fun along with other riders.